Well, Keir Starmer, Labour's surrender treaty continuing to fall apart. And yes, I guess they could try and push this all through before Donald Trump returns to the White House. But what does it say for the judgment of this government that they've gone from insisting this surrender of the Chagos Islands to Mauritius, handing over sovereignty, that was done with US backing? We actually now find out that there is massive resistance, including in Mauritius. We do see the Labour government, of course, scrambling to try and win over Trump and his allies. Starmer's national security advisor being deployed, and fears that this all could get rushed through before Trump is in office in the White House as US president again, stopping this deal. A veto plan that seems to have pretty widespread support. Very interesting as well to see the opposition Conservatives, and I think it's two separate parties because everything they say in opposition, they don't actually do any of it in government, but even they're saying now that Trump should have to approve this surrender treaty. Though, of course, it was the Conservatives who actually started these negotiations and started this madness. But you have seen once again, of course, key Trump ally Nigel Farage warning that those around Trump not exactly keen on this surrender. Nigel actually saying there should be a referendum on this as well. This was the Reform leader in Parliament. Watch what he had to say and the government's response, and let me know what you make of all of this in the comments below, please.
Nigel Farage.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The presentation of what the American administration believes is a fantasy. Joe Biden is going. In fact, many think he's gone already. I have been contacted by very senior officials and advisors from the incoming Republican administration, and every single one of them is appalled at this deal. They know the leasehold agreement will not survive, just as the deal with China over Hong Kong didn't survive. Hasn't the time come for the government to admit this is a rotten deal for the UK, a rotten deal for America, and an even worse deal for the Chagosians? And if you care so much about the sovereignty of the Falklands being in the hands of the Falkland Islanders, why not have a referendum of the Chagosians and ask them to settle who should have sovereignty over those islands?
Yeah.
Well, as someone who's been in the Falklands recently, let me say that whipping up uncertainty of the future of the Falklands is not helpful for the security of the Falkland Islanders. Let's be absolutely clear. The Falklands are British for as long as the people of the Falkland Islands want to be British. When it comes to this deal, I'm certain that when the detail of the deal has been put before this House and before our US friends and other allies, they will see that the deal secures not only the future of the UK-US base, something that is not the case until this deal was signed, but secures it well into the next century, where he and I will no longer be in this place, but the UK-US base will be on Diego Garcia, still operating, securing our national interests.